Today we are looking at the Copyright Claims Board. This is a brand new system of dealing with smaller copyright infringement claims, and one of the key provisions is that you don't need to have a registered copyright form in order to start the process or even get a judgment, but the compensation will be lower than their maximum. You do need to file an application for a copyright concurrent with your CCB claim. And if you get that copyright form while the claim is still active, you might be able to turn that in and increase your compensation from the lower maximums to the higher maximums. This new process can be used to defend yourself against a copyright claim or to file an infringement claim against another party. You do not need an attorney, but you can use one or an acceptable third party who must be registered with the CCB. If you don't use an attorney, you must register with the CCB and pay a nominal fee of $40 to start the process. You must file similar documentation as you would in a court case. You will ask for a discovery. There will be a conference between you and the other parties. You can put forth evidence and witnesses in support of your claim. The person filing the claim is responsible for servicing the other party or parties to the case within 90 days from approval of the claim by the CCB. This must be done by somebody who is not involved in the case, who is 18 years of age or older. It must be done either in person or by mail. In that service, you have to include a form that tells them that they can opt out, and they can send that form in to the CCB or go there and make a filing to opt out. The person you are dealing with must agree to use the CCB. All parties must agree, otherwise it must go to court or the matter must be dropped. If the person you are in conflict with doesn't opt out and they decide to participate, they pay no fees, and they can even file a counterclaim against you, asking for monetary damages against you. Neither party has to appear in a courtroom or travel to any specific location. Everything is done online. The decisions of the CC board are final, and you are limited in appealing a decision in a federal court against any decisions they make. Once you and the other parties agree to use the CCB, you give up the right to take the case to federal court and obtain the statutory damages of up to $150,000 and attorney fees. Attorney fees under the CCB rules are limited to $5,000, and that's only if both parties have an attorney. There are two types of claims that you can make, and you will be asked at the start if you want the smaller claim or the regular small claims. The smaller claim has a maximum damage award of $5,000. It's a more streamlined process. They will still get attorney fees if they have an attorney. It is only heard by one CCB member, not three. It is a more streamlined format for submitting the claim, the conference, the discovery, but fees and service are still required from the person filing the claim, and the other party can still opt out or file a counterclaim. The regular small claims is a slightly more involved process of filing. The conferences are more involved. The discovery process is more involved. And it is also heard by all three CCB members who are attorneys. There is still the fees, still the service, still filing the proof of service, and the other party can still opt out or file a counterclaim. You have 3 years from the date of infringement or other copyright strikes or claims against your claim to file with the CCB. You have 90 days from the date the CCB approves your claim in which to serve the other party. Service must be done by somebody over 18 who is not a party to the claim and is either done in person or by mail, and then they have 7 days to file a proof of service with the CCB. Once the other party agrees to the CCB process, you must pay the $60 second part, and at that point you give up the right to go into federal court for attorney fees and the $150,000 maximum statutory damages. You will also have limited appeal rights if either of you don't like the CCB decision. This right now is being used for YouTube copyright strikes and other strikes by other people and other companies. You can restrict access to some details of the case, but as a whole, the public gets to see the names and addresses of all parties, just as if it were a court document. It is a public record and anybody can view it, but only you and the CCB and the other parties can view the redacted information that you don't want made public. And you have to create both a public document and a redacted document. And there are instructions for this, and there's a full and complete handbook on using the CCB service that you can download from the Copyright Office. You might be able to cite federal court, appeals court, and Supreme Court precedents that might apply to your case, but any decisions made by the CCB cannot be used as precedent. You can't say, hey, my claim looks like this guy's claim, I should get the same judgment. They will make a different judgment in each case based upon the evidence, the testimony, the discovery, and their feelings in the matter. You have to remember 2 out of 3 CCB attorneys can render a judgment. So if the one that didn't render a judgment last time renders a judgment this time, the decision could be different. If you don't have an acceptable copyright form at the start of the process, and you are required to file a registration concurrently with your claim, but you do get one while the claim is active, you might be able to upload the numbered registration form to see about getting the $15,000 and $30,000 maximum instead of the $7,500 and $15,000 that you get when you don't have a numbered copyright registration form on hand. Again, this is up to the CCB to decide. These things can be subject to change without notice. You should get the most recent CCB handbook that's available and check at the CCB site. As we learn more, we will modify the video so that you will know more. This is the new look at the CCB that is now active and now working, and there is a portal that you can use, and we're giving you the links below. If you found this useful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a good writing day.